Meteorologist Matthew East here. This is the final edition of the Carolina weather video for 2012 here on this New Year's Eve morning. It's a pretty cold start to the day around the region. Banner Elk at 34. Not too bad, but there was a good bit of mountain snow as we went through, especially Saturday into Saturday night over the weekend. Pretty good. Some pretty decent snow totals in those higher elevations, 4 or 5 inches in some of the highest spots. And the ski industry doing very, very nicely now. There's a look at the Appalachian ski resort camera there. Temperature is 30. The north wind at 4. All the ski resorts sporting some extremely nice conditions around the region. The radar is quiet for the time being. But look off to the west of us. Our next system spreading some precipitation in the form of snow in much of Kansas into western Missouri, northwestern Arkansas, and then just rain in parts of Oklahoma. In Texas, the Texas Panhandle region, Oklahoma Panhandle region, seeing some of that snow as well. So there's kind of the broad look at that next system. Winter weather advisories in effect from New Mexico through much of Kansas and into Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, and northern Kentucky in advance. And really underneath that current storm system. Now, again, for us, yesterday we had a cool, quiet day, a lot of 40s for highs in the Piedmont. And it's going to be another fairly cool, quiet day. Certainly cold this morning. A lot of 20s on the board. Mountains, foothills, Piedmont, even to the coast. Many coastal spots in the 20s this morning as well. Pretty chilly air covering the country. Dallas is at 39. Even Jacksonville, 37 degrees this morning. Just some high, thin clouds streaming in now in advance of that next system. It'll be a quiet day and a quiet night as we ring in the new year tonight. But that next system will be marching our way. Here's what it looks like on the RPM modeling here, and you'll notice as we get into the day tomorrow, there comes the rain spreading in. Not an overly impressive rain event, though. Check out the rain totals here. Again, on the RPM modeling, nothing huge for most of the Carolinas. I think this is about a quarter-inch rain at best. We'll see how this unfolds tomorrow into tomorrow night. All right, here's what that system looks like on the modeling. This is the GFS today, and then here comes that rain spreading on in tomorrow. And like I mentioned, around the Carolinas, not an overly impressive rain event, but a kind of a cool rain nonetheless. Now, some question marks then begin to arise. We get out to Wednesday, that's what it looks like on the GFS, and then we await our next system. Let me go to the upper level charts here and show you kind of the players on the field for that one. This is the European 500 millibar chart. And once again, this is early Wednesday morning. Just look at all the pieces of upper level energy just flying around in the pattern. The ones to focus on here of interest for our next system, really the southern branch piece of energy and what happens here in the northern branch. So again, this is early Wednesday morning on the European. By the time we get out to Thursday, in the afternoon, there's your two pieces of energy of note. There's your southern branch energy. Here's the northern branch energy. Now, if this were to phase somewhere in here, it could be an interesting scenario. But as it stands now, the European and the GFS really placing most of the emphasis on the northern branch, so that by the time you get out to 126 hours, you have a bundled piece of energy moving through the Tennessee Valley. So what does that mean on the surface? Okay, well, here you go on the European. This is your surface chart for Thursday, early in the afternoon. And it does spread some light rains, and it is mainly rain across parts of the Carolinas, especially south of I-40. Now then the European pops another little system Friday night into Saturday morning. That'd be a little bit of light snow, light being the key word there. And so that'd be something to watch, just kind of how this whole upper level pattern evolves. Now let me show you another piece to the puzzle here. By the way, the GFS here, let me go back to the GFS here for, let's see, here we are 90 hours right there. So there's Thursday on the GFS. Similar placement to the precip as the European overall, but there is no second system on the European, on the GFS rather, like the European shows Friday into Saturday. One more model to show you. This is the UK Met, and it is kind of having that phasing scenario I mentioned. This is Friday evening, and then here we are Saturday evening. So you have basically a Gulf of Mexico low that then strengthens as it moves through the lower southeast and off the mid-Atlantic coast. So we'll see. Again, it's going to be really tough to get the exact scenario occurring here due to all the moving pieces in the upper levels of the atmosphere. By the way, there's the Canadian for Thursday, also spreading that chilly rain into the region. And we'll see. Again, depending on how this evolves, there could be a little bit of light wintry precip on the northern fringe of that, but it's just not looking like a tremendously big deal at the moment. But we'll see what might happen later on in the week with those upper level pieces of energy moving around. All right, that is it for today's edition of the video. Thank you for watching. Have a great day and a happy new year, and God bless.